Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital, we've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Katie York set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He'll get it at the 9. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will go on offense. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Daniels off the play action. On the move, headed right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. 2nd down and 10. Daniels. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. It's a pickup of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And they bring him to a stop with this run, gets him into the red zone, down to the 15. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And quick to the left, it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Offense in the hurry up here.
Complete to McCole
19,
Hartman.
Tiger, 19,
First
Tiger.
and goal at the 1-yard line.
Option play headed right on 1st and goal. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
The back's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Motioning him from the slot right. Daniels, 3rd and goal. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
Ready? 79 Bronco. Buffalo 18.
They send the tight end in motion. 4th down, here's Daniels. And they will score! Touchdown, Washington! The Commanders have a great first drive and get the game's first points. York tacks on that extra point. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick throw, right. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
McCole Hardman now on the return. And a great return has the offense just a touch shy of midfield as they start this drive. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Daniels on 1st down. That one's complete, right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, here's Daniels. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up second down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Let's go. 70 rate. 70 rate.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into a crowd and intercepted. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
And he swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He's going deep this time. He's got it at the 30. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Daniels from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. He's got him, that's Pacheco. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Out of the gun, Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On the option, they give it to Pacheco. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Complete out to the right side. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Working inside the red zone. Completed to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Second down run by Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Commanders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. Now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that. Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Working quickly here. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He finds Fant. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Staying with Walker. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Hardman with a return. Return's looking good so far. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hits him on the out route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And the Commanders will have a first. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Daniels. Hauled in left side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he drives this forward to the 6. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
19 Tiger.
And he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. On now is York to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. Throwing on first down, Rodgers. He put everything he had into this one. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
On 2nd and 10 now, Rodgers gets this to Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take the lead just before halftime. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3.
Commanders 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's a return from the 7. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Byron Murphy there to make the play. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Set.
Daniels. Has it downfield working the left. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Half the 60. Half the 60.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
70 Timberwolves. Tag. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Pioneer. Hook.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. It's Pacheco again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Has it down close. Touchdown, Washington. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead. On now is York to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. And that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 300.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Metcalf there to bring it in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Rodgers here from the gun. Mims with the grab. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Now Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
26.
Another try following the sack. He's going deep. It's a Seattle touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. And he sends the point after right through the uprights. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Hardman with a return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running right is Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Up the sideline, past the 40. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. They run with Pacheco. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
60 Eagles, 70 range, 70 range. Come on, set.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. They'll run. Pacheco. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
The 5-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they loving us no more. No R&R's, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how I'm still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more.
That's how I be happening. Just for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the. Can't forget the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland.
kickoff.
Katie York set to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Rogers throwing to start it off. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He puts a pep, brought in inside the 20. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down on the play by Uchenna Nwosu. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
He lets one fly deep downfield. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. On is Katie York for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Rogers. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off the defense at any time.
Lays out left side and gets it. That play gains 15 and it moves the sticks.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's first and 10.
Over. Here, Mike.
Throwing again, it's Rodgers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks break the tie here in the first. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
At their own 37-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that'll be good for a Washington first. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On first down, here's Daniels. Completed over the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 6 now. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Offense up to the line fast. Again, Daniels to the air. He's on the move. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Commanders tie things up at 14. On now is York to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Forced out to his right.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
In a good spot here, second and inches. Finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They're now set for first and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Washington calls it second timeout. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. Complete out to the right side. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play actually gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hawk 7, here we go.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working quickly here. First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Daniels to throw. Got for big yards on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a first.
Mustang 19. Here we go, set. 79 Broncos.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Return coming from the 6.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Drops to a knee. Clock's going to run unless that defense burns one of its 2 remaining timeouts.